Howdy. Just decided to film another vlog today. I woke up having this plan that I was going to like film this big paint with me video, and I was gonna set up my big coffin painting that I've been trying to finish for a while, and me and you guys were going to like paint together and have like a chat or whatever. I keep saying whatever. What is wrong with me? Did my makeup and now I changed my mind. I don't feel like doing that now. My motivation to do things has been so low. By the way, I'm not naked. I'm wearing a tube top. Whoops. But yeah, my attention span and my will to like do different things has been very, very low lately. And I have all of these art projects that I am in the middle of that, you know, I could be finishing or like touching up or whatever, and then I just end up stopping and never picking them up again. I don't know why, and it gives me like a lot of anxiety because I feel like I'm meant to be a completionist. Like, I don't know, I'm the type of person where like I only watch very few TV shows and I just rewatch them over and over again, but I've at least seen like every single episode. Does this make sense? Yeah, I feel like I could be a completionist, but I just get this anxiety about making stuff, and then I'm too scared to do anything, which is no fun. And I've been feeling like I'm in this constant state of just like being really, really tired and exhausted and sleeping a lot. And then when I'm awake, all I do is like clean. Like I do house chores and stuff, and like maybe I'll do an important to-do list item, but maybe not. And yeah, I just feel, I guess, a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe I'm in a bit of a burnout period. I don't know. It's hard for me to sometimes tell when I'm going through burnout because, like, if you have chronic illness, like, sometimes you're out for the count, not because you're not motivated, but because you just physically can't do anything. So sometimes I'm like, is it because I don't physically feel good, or is there something else going on, you know? It's all a bit confusing. This is all to say that I just feel like filming a vlog because I need to be motivated to do something. And yeah, maybe we'll work on that coffin painting, maybe we won't. That's why this is just gonna be another like cozy style vlog. By the way, I really like my makeup today. However, I really want to get into wearing black lipstick, but all I have is like a Maybelline like stick lipstick, like in a tube. And this stuff just slides around even though I use eyeliner underneath it. Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but I guess I need to get a like a matte liquid lipstick or something. But yeah, here's my makeup. I didn't wear wing eyeliner today, which is very odd for me, but I'm trying to get out of my makeup comfort zones. Anyway, what are we gonna do today? I really do have some really important things that I've been putting off. I really do actually need to get some house chores done. It's so annoying. And I have a lot of adulting things that I need to do. Like I need to renew my health insurance stuff and get my Show Me medical card, if you know what I'm saying. I need to renew my license stuff. Yeah, just a lot of like really annoying adulty things that everybody has to do. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll talk to you soon. It's 3 p.m., but we have made our first meal. And now we're gonna try and eat it. We did it. It's been a while since I've last checked in. Um, I had a really nice, productive week. Um, I ate a lot of really good food. So my dad ended up coming over and we decided to go to our local. Okay, sorry, I have to stop for a second and address that I'm feeling very physically ill. And I'm having trouble like articulating my thoughts right now because I'm kind of just like. But anyway, what was I saying? We were trying to go to this local Mexican restaurant that is like pretty popular. It's like a staple in our city, and it's literally only like a block away or two from where I live. And so we went and we ordered our food and it was so delicious. It's like traditional, like street style tacos and whatnot. So I can eat it because I can't eat dairy and a lot of it's gluten free. So it's like one of the few like local places that I can eat like a really decent meal. And yeah, it was so fun and nice, but it was so funny because I didn't realize that the day that we left was Cinco de Mayo. So we got there at like the perfect time because there was like anybody, like there was barely anybody there. And so we were like, oh, haha, this is gonna be cozy. But then they got so slammed, and it was because it was the nighttime rush, like the 6:30, 6 o'clock rush. And yeah, I was like, oh yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo. Of course they're gonna be busy. That's like the best way to celebrate is by going out to eat at a locally owned um Mexican restaurant. The restaurant actually has seating now, and they have really, really pretty houseplants everywhere, which is kind of funny because later in the vlog, as you guys saw, me and my friend Amy went to one of our favorite like local plant nurseries, and we didn't have plans to buy anything, but it was just such like a nice day, and it was kind of rainy, so we knew like not a lot of people were gonna be there. And yeah, we went and we looked at a lot of the like house plants and outdoor plants and whatnot. And I got to eat some delicious sushi. Yeah, it was just fun. I'm starting to realize that I might be going into a bit of a health flare-up. And so I wanted to end this video on kind of like a fun and positive note. I want to share with you guys my sketchbook, like my current sketchbook, because my current sketchbook is probably one of my favorite sketchbooks that I've ever done. And it's also one of the few sketchbooks that I actually really want to fill up and finish. And what's funny is that I consider this thing like my ugly sketchbook. It's also kind of a junk journal. And so there's just lots of like little scribbles and doodles. There's some like random thoughts that I write down. I'm also a collector of little things, as you guys will see soon. And so I put a lot of the like collectible like wrappers and cards. I like to put those things in here. But yeah, I kind of want to share it off with you guys. So this right here is my sketchbook. I think I want to say I started this sketchbook the year that we moved into our current home. What year was that? It had to have been maybe 2023, 2022, 2023. It was August of one of those years. Gosh, my brain is so soupy today. And yeah, so I've been working on the sketchbook since then. Also, I'm going to address it really fast. Here's my nails, and yes, I know, they are looking so crazy. That's because these are super grown out. These were my April nails, and yeah, they are clinging on for dear life. I'm going to be soaking these off this weekend. But yeah, I'm just going to address it here right now. Please bear with me. I always love decorating my sketchbooks, and if I can't get just a plain black cover, I always just paint it with acrylic paint. And then once it dries, I like to just put stickers and whatnot on them. And yeah, I love this sketchbook cover. It has a lot of texture on it. I used to have more charms on it, like glued to it, but over time they've fallen off. This is a sticker from an artist on Instagram. I haven't seen them post in a while, so I don't know if they still have an account. I want to say their username might have been Mean Machine. If I can find it, I'll put it here for you guys. But yeah, that's by this artist. I love it. It's really cute. My friend recently gifted me some more like cute stickers. Yeah, sorry, I just feel like I have to show them off to you. So there's this pretty elf lady. And look at these 3D ones. And yeah, they're actually 3D, like they're raised stones. I can't wait to be able to use these on a sketchbook. I might do that with you guys soon, like decorating one of my larger sketchbooks. We'll see. So an important thing about my sketchbook is that a lot of my art sometimes contains like not safe for work imagery, specifically like maybe like nudity. And because this is YouTube, I don't really want to get like flagged, even though, you know, these are just like drawings or whatever. So I've actually tried to go through and like cover them up in specific areas. I also do this just in case like someone grabs my sketchbook and they want to peruse through it. I'm not like somebody that's super protective of my sketchbook. Like I would show my friends what I'm working on. But I don't want to like traumatize their eyes, you know, by them just like opening it and seeing like boobs or whatever. So, yeah, I just cover it up. And I love to use, again, the like wrapping and papers for the little figurines that I like to collect. Here's an example of some of the figurines. So this is one of my favorite baby calico critters. It's this bunny that's wearing a like plastic ghost sheet that glows in the dark. And then here's like a little Sanrio figurine because I collect lots of like Sanrio and also Tokidoki. Yeah, and he's one of my favorites because he's just a little omelet. He's so cute. So I like to fill my sketchbook with this type of stuff. For one, they're super cute, but I also like to practice drawing the characters sometimes. And I also love to do little embroidery projects, especially of like Sanrio characters. And that's also why I consider this journal kind of like an ugly junk journal, because I'm super loose with how I create things in this sketchbook. What I mean by that is in the past, especially whenever I was starting out as like a really young artist, I would get really stressed out if my like sketchbook wasn't super pretty, you know, if it wasn't filled and had wonderful drawings and all these intricate designs in it, which now, like as an adult, I realize that in order for me to be creative, I kind of need a space where I can just play. And sometimes that means that your drawings don't have to be like accurate or pretty, you know? You can just scribble and draw whatever your heart desires. I also do lots of practice drawings in here, and so of course I don't give myself a hard time if they're hideous because I'm practicing, right? But anyways, you guys get the drift. Unfortunately, this first piece is a covered piece because it does have, you know, slightly not safe for work elements. And yeah, I just have it covered up. This is meant to be an embroidery piece in the future. For the past several years, I've been super into trying to draw like manga art. I think it's because I've been trying to connect with I don't know, I guess like my inner child, like connecting to making art as a way to like express myself and just have fun and be creative. And some of the best moments in my life where I felt like creatively happy, those were the moments when I was a child, whenever I was just playing around and experimenting with drawing and just being silly and drawing, anime girls with cat ears and, just stuff like that. It was really fun. I was honestly doing art just for myself. Like, I just enjoyed drawing those things. And yeah, so I have this theory that once you start out drawing in like an anime manga style and you step away from that style for an extended period of time, it's so hard to get back into drawing it. It's so hard. Do you know how hard it is to draw these big ass eyeballs when you're so used to drawing in like a completely different style? I don't know. It's funny. But anyways, whenever I am bored, I like to just doodle these like little like chibi looking manga heads. And this is also a embroidery project. That's why the line art is really bold and simple in these pieces. It's because I want to be able to transfer them with my little light mat onto fabric. And yeah, I need to get back into embroidery. I haven't picked up any like textile art in a while. Again, little chibi faces. I love drawing food, so here's some pancakes. Here's another doodle. For some reason, I like to draw masked men. I don't know why. I think I've like always drawn like spooky looking men that have face masks or, things like that. Probably because I'm always enjoyed horror movies and whatnot. But anyway, I forgot to cover up some stuff in this drawing, so I'm putting my hand right here, but there's that. I also like to use this journal to test out my new art supplies. You'll see lots of these like pages with just random little colored bits. And yeah, I just do that because that way I get an idea what the colors look like before I use them in any bigger art projects. At the beginning of doing this sketchbook, I think I was doing lots of embroidery art because the early pages of this book, it's lots of like paper cutouts of these really simple line works. And yeah, that's because they were all embroidery projects. I would draw them out first on this paper and then transfer it to my light table and then put the fabric over it and then trace it. But yeah, I currently don't have these embroidery projects anymore, but I'll try to fit in photos of some of them as we come across the sketches. These two were actually commissions. Here's some mini brand little cutouts because I've actually made these, and every time I create them, I will store the instruction cutouts in my sketchbook. I was trying to do armor. Armor is something that I really want to practice drawing more. It's so difficult to me. And also, this photo is of me and my partner, I think. Gosh, this is probably from around 6 years ago. This was whenever we first started dating. Yeah, that's so funny. I think I was like maybe, this had to have been either my 26th or 27th birthday. Here's Pom Pom Purin, because I'm obsessed with him. More Calico Critter collectible things, Sanrio. This right here is just a landscape practice drawing that I did. And I did this completely from memory. Like there's no reference. That's why it's really wonky. I started drawing this landscape because I've been having reoccurring dreams for the past 2 to 3 years. And I dream the same like landscapes and buildings. And yeah, I was trying to like visually remember a house in my dream, and yeah, that's that. This was actually an image from Pinterest. I'm a huge lover of Pinterest. I think Pinterest is a great resource for artists or just creative people in general, especially if you want to practice things. I'll save references for things, for everything from like style or just pretty visuals that I like. And yeah, I wanted to practice drawing shoes, so that's why I did that. I'll go ahead and link my Pinterest username in the bottom. You guys can go ahead and follow me on there. It's really fun. This entire page is more embroidery project stuff. Yeah, I was really into doing like Sanrio embroidery projects. I need to get back into doing that. These projects were so fun because I only do them in like 4 to 6 inch hoops. And yeah, they're really actually relaxing to make. And they incorporate a lot of mixed media elements that I like because I like to do like fabric paint and seed beads and felting. Yeah, I don't know. I need to maybe do some more soon. More collectible stuff. So cute. I wish I had more of these Kawaii Princess Warriors series from Tokidoki. I only have, I think, let me see. I only have 2 knights from that collection, but they were so cute. If you didn't know, I'm obsessed with like fantasy imagery, like castles and knights. This right here is a full drawing. And that's because this sketchbook is also for planning out bigger art projects. There's actually a vlog on my channel where you can see me work on this watercolor painting. But yeah, this was the initial sketch. As you can see, there's some like notes that I took, like where originally I drew an arrow and then I changed my mind and I whited it out and I like put notes that I had done that. And this right here is just an Instax photo that I took of the finished product. Or not finished product, what am I trying to say? Finished project, not product. Jeez, capitalism. And this is something that I only started doing really recently. And I regret not doing it for my embroidery projects. That would have been such a fun thing. Like take a picture of the embroidery project and then just like paste it over the initial like sketch. Yeah, wish I would have done that, but now I know. So yeah, I intend to start taking photos of any like bigger art projects that are inspired by sketches in my sketchbook. Because honestly, almost all of my like big paintings and watercolor projects and whatnot, they're all taken from things that I have done in my sketchbooks. Okay, I am obsessed with these Toasty Treats toys. This is a toy that you can get at places like Walmart and Target, and they are scented, and I'm obsessed with fake food stuff. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just my thing. And yeah, I actually collect these. I need to go through, but I was actually putting like little tiny stickers on the ones that I've already acquired, but I think I need to put a little bit more. I think I have Pan Kitty now. I definitely have Tropicoala. I really, really want Blueberry Bagel Beagle, but I'm starting to not see these in stores. Also, they take up a lot of space because they come in like this big ass toaster strudel thing. Yeah, I don't know. Was another commission piece where somebody, you know, was like, hey, I want to gift this embroidery project to somebody. And I was like, heck yeah, I'll do it. And it was Gemini. This is another like concept that I should probably make more of because it was really fun to do. All right, unfortunately, this is an NSFW drawing that I just can't show you guys, but there's some more Sanrio collectibles. I wish I had more in this series as well. This cinema roll with the little hairband over his ears is so cute. Here's some more. I really miss being able to find real littles. I wish I could find those more often. Now, these watercolors are actually really nice. This watercolor set is from Five Below. My swatch is terrible. I remembered accidentally smearing it. But yeah, I love these watercolors, and I used them in the angel drawing, or back here, you know? Yeah, love those guys. This was my favorite baby treat series. or Calico Critters series. It was called Baby Treats. I'm obsessed with it. They're so cute. I have the mystery otter, and then I also have this little kitty with the muffin. I want the panda though, oh my god. Some more mini brands, and also some more manga drawings. These two pages right here are actually some of my favorite pages in the sketchbook. I just really like how all the colors turned out. I think it's really sweet. This is also something that's kind of sentimental. I labeled it ghost paper, but this is actually corn husk. I love whenever corn husk is dried because for some reason it reminds me of sheet ghosts, like paper ghosts, so that's why I labeled it ghost paper. And yeah, I did this little mindless doodle inspired by the concept of ghost paper, and I'm actually in the middle of a painting that will be, or that's inspired by this sketch. But yeah, I'm not very far in it at all. I need to get back on it. And yeah, here's this page, some more food drawings. These are just some mindless doodles of cute fairy ladies and some Tokidoki paper stuff. This was an embroidery project. This adorable little, not Suspray, what are they called? It's a Totoro, one of the small Totoros from the movie Totoro. These two Hello Kitty images. These are actually from the Hello Kitty mini brands, and I thought the imagery was just so freaking cute, and I really want to do an embroidery project of them. Something else up. I should have done a better job. Sorry. More collectibles, more anime eyes. Here's a fairy. And this page right here is actually also one of my other favorites. This is Maka, one of the aspects of the Morrigan. Yeah, I just did a drawing of her. And I love how I decorated this page with different packaging scraps and stickers. The cow unicorno motif is my favorite thing from Tokidoki. Yeah. Okay, something that I am so new to is Littlest Pet Shop. Y'all, I was in like high school whenever this was really popular, and I just wasn't collecting toys at that time in my life. And I wish I did, because these little suckeronis are so freaking cute, and it's so addictive, and I need to stop buying little treats because it adds up. It gets expensive, y'all, but I can't help myself. They're so cute. Yeah, these are more Pinterest doodles. You know, I would just like pick a random pin and then try to practice drawing from it. I practice drawing lots of like animals and whatnot. This was from a really good candy. It was like this strawberry marshmallow snack, but I want to embroider this fairy Hello Kitty. She's so cute. This is actually, or these are actually the first pages where I started to like actually label my Pinterest practice images. Another thing that I've started doing is that I will take a like D&D dice and throw it, you know, like roll it or whatever, and whatever number it lands on, that will be the pin that I pick, if that makes sense. I kind of want to make a video about how I do my random Pinterest practice drawings. Yeah. These are images that my these are the images that my D&D dice picked for the day. These color swatches are from some colored pencils that I recently got from Five Below too. The colors are really nice. However, it's hard to put ink over them. Like, if you want to like mix media and go in with ink, I feel like you might have to ink something before you put down these colored pencils, if that makes sense. Doraemon, he's so cute. Yeah, pretty sure this pin was from My Bloody Valentine. Do you guys remember that movie? It was a horror movie that came out in like the early 2000s, maybe like, well, not early 2000s. It's probably like the 2009 time period. And it was, I remember it being one of the first few movies that was coming out in 3D movie theaters, and I feel like it was one of the first horror movies that they were showing in 3D. And it was so cool. I remember I went with my dad to see it, but it's a horror movie that takes place around Valentine's Day. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time, but I do feel like it was a really underrated horror movie. I remember it being really good. But yeah, I drew that guy. And now we are on the last pages of the sketchbook. Yeah, I'm not completely, you know, done with it. I have quite a long ways to go. Oh, this is actually like a possible idea for an embroidery project too, but I wanted to keep it detached for a while. But yeah, here's the last page. There's some more color swatches. These are some $3 watercolors that I found from Home Goods. They're okay. They have some really gorgeous purple tones in them. And these were a set of gel pens that my friend Amy let me borrow. And these glitter ones are so adorable. I don't know if the camera will catch it, but it's this like top row. Yeah, and more Pinterest practice. I drew a void cat. There's me as a manga lady. And then to further test the watercolors out, I just did this little clown lady head. She's kind of cute. And yeah, more Calico Critter stuff. I want these black cats so bad. Ah. And yeah, that's it. I hope you like my ugly sketchbook tour. I don't consider it ugly, right? But it's not like, it's not polished. It's not like the most visually stunning. I don't have like full artworks in here. Yeah, I don't know. But I love this sketchbook so much. I carry it around with me everywhere. I have several sketchbooks that are pretty full from past years. I think I'm gonna do another sketchbook tour. I think that would be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't know if this is gonna be the end of the video. So, and now they keep.